They needed to come up for air though, didn't they?
I mean, that's how this run of rounds for GX ends. They're in a 3-on-1. They got the lockdown out.
I mean, Corrode to start things off for Sentinels has to feel good.
2 agents, what do you guys think?
I mean, all things considered, no big surprise here.
And for now, Sentinels slow things down, but they are on a clock wire with the drift across the map by Flickless.
Dog cover gonna go down backside, west side. 2 on the anchor from elbow. This B site is entirely vacant with Flickless pushing through B main. It allowed all of GX to rotate over to A, post up with the entire team. But now, trade-off, SEN are going to get that free plant on the B side. But
they're concerned about a Rappy coming from spawn side, but all of GX now have announced themselves, and that's Grabinho. Not solo, they're at top mid. Flickless not able to take a trade though, and Zekken from that tower spot. That Ghost is starting to sing out. A lot of good damage. Ara knocked down to 15. Zekken able to slide across now, but it's Flickless who's exploring the site itself, and GX lock it down.
Still able to eventually win things out. What a play from west side. Lovely anchoring from that elbow position. And it was Flickless' willingness at the beginning of the round to push all the way out of B main. It just allowed GX to stack up on that proper site, find the early advantage. With this paranoia,
Prowler spotted him out.
Multiple players here. Prowler going through, but bang, crucial kill.
I'm able to use the paper mache walls to his favor though. Takes bang down now, wants to try and challenge mid off the flash. Not much to be seen there, but Flickless is able to take care of Zelsis. And that's the control of the B side of the map secured.
This is GX saying you're not going to be taking mid for free. What an adjustment from Aura. Pops it is a fake immediately that he's gotten back out towards that B-side link, but he's staying posted up.
Here's that proactivity on defense for GX, but this time it puts him right in John's crosshairs. Aura at least is able to respond, again emerging from that top mid spot.
Numbers dwindling away because they just have too many angles to cover.
A double face here is easy to put together. Zekken has to expect that, yeah. Either Aura or Flickless make their way back into B, and if they don't beat the timing, they're in trouble. Now, no one's going to be affected by this Nightfall. Flickless, though, does step in, and the Steel Garden is active this time against GX. Bang with the paranoia. They're going to have to hit this at some point, and Zekken gets in there with the overdrive. A player at top mid on the other side of the smoke, and it's very clear where Flickless was standing. He is hit with that seize, and all of GX now getting mowed down. Coming out of top mid, even at long range, Zekken downs Aura. 3 for him in the round.
Was out of control. If he gets right back into that form here at Champions, this is going to be a potent Sentinels team. GX take a massive risk trying to get back into that site, forcing those attackers into Westside's site where he's so fantastic at anchoring.
Doesn't see it, doesn't check the corner. Danger abounds. Westside, he takes his opportunity and he converts on it. And there's bang to fall as well.
He is such a stunningly consistent player in scenarios just like that. Playing in anchored position, Zelsis is going to be able to pick up this one.
There's a haunt shot out. Phone spotted. Now we're going to start spamming, I suspect. Ara obviously been able to hold that line down. Only 6 seconds left in the round to maintain this weapon. He'll wait for a step up, caught in the seas, decayed to 1, and dispatched. Commit. So they got 4 players here heading over towards Yard, which is the omen left back towards mid. Here's the Nightfall coming through. Narrate deals with Cloud. That's the eventual peak into mid dealt with.
Left.
And some elbow control being assumed now for Zelsis. Slow and steady. There's a relay bot catching on to Grabinho. He's struggling in this game. Narrate doubles down. West side out of the picture now. The 4% of the A side's been cleared. And Flickless walks headlong. Maybe for sticking to their sort of Sova breach guns too heavily on a lot of maps in the past. Right on this map recently. Typically, they run teams over here. The GX staying in step is a very good sign.
And that is really the thing about GX in terms of their comp choices. They love the double initiator still, and it got them on the best run that they've had all year in stage 2 to make it to champs.
Pull out your secondary.
I mean, that does enough that Flickless does get his gun back in time, ready to fight towards Link. Second power.
What? That is a nasty one. Grabinho able to cover at least, and now swinging into 2. It's Bang deals with him. Did catch the pocket player with the paranoia. It's shocking to me that there's even a trade. Nicely done for GX, and Zelsis is dug out of position. Sentinels have the pre-plant Viper's Pit in play.
Then caught by that Prowler, knows it's time to just get out of there. This dimensional drift trying to spot players out for Cloud, but with Aura isolated, no value to be found from this ultimate. You have to imagine 9 out of 10 times he's going down there.
At halftime in that game. Naturally for a bit of showing here. Grabinho with a classic though. A main now. Near Viper ball to keep them at bay, and they're going to step over that. A Razor Vine there and Flickless.
And there it just walks out into the open angle, and it's like
John as well. John's about to find 2. Surely not more from John QT. A stunning three-piece that has now given Sen a chance to come up for air.
It is West Side. He is white hot.
Arkrose confirms no presence in the site after the fact. West Side has pulled back now, though, giving his position away. Smoke thrown up here. Bang will be waiting within its depths now. Zelsa's already got it to half, and West Side gets a frosty reception when he ducks in.
X the instant headshot. That is sick.
Ara literally jumped to try and allow the other player to swing in. Maybe the spacing could be looked at there for GX, but it's hard to feel like they did anything really wrong there.
Idea's not totally aligned there. I mean, if Ara just swings out
Into the site. Rotations coming back through. Spawn here for Sentinels. And no Steel Garden, no Nightfall, none of that sort of accoutrement, so to speak. In we go. Zekin up first. Banged out as John and QT step in. No one to trade there for Ara, but yet it's Narrate with the Sheriff to step up. Cloud, you'd think would be dug out of this corner in a few moments. Economically, this is massive for Sentinels.
coming out of Blink there.
It's a backbreaker for GX.
And Grubino just steps into the open to try and find the kill onto him, not expecting that a player would be right there. I mean, Bang gets an absolute free one on account of it. John out of his seat.
As you should be.
Rift allows them to get the plant down, and then they can Nightfall to win out in the post-plant.
Ara in shot there, concealing surely a massive chin. Very chiseled. And began with the dimensional drift, and now sees the Nightfall come out. Cloud caught out of that timing. Looks like Ara's going to commit to the sights, and is sent packing by Bang, who'll happily occupy this pocket position and play off second where it even needed.
Zekin is able to just get right over into this A site and fight off that Nightfall, catches one. Look at the teleport from Bang. That's insane, the adjustment. I mean, we rightly so talked a lot about how good Westside was anchoring. Bang is also on the anchor.
Yep.
One of the absolute best.
Util that we're seeing from John here. And you're right, Wyatt, you called it. Nightfall comes on in. They want to fight for this here. Razorvine already popped out on the side. And Zekin is there already. And he's got an overdrive to work with. Straight through the pit he goes. He's ready to throw down. Spots that Robinho. It's electrified from Zekin. High voltage warning should be on the label for this guy. Not quite the ace, but still, well, it's a show-stopping performance.
Bang cleans this up. 12 rounds for Sen, one away from the win. To the ground because the anchors are arriving on time. What a that was hot. Very cool as well. Zekin gets in, gets that first. I mean, this is beautiful play, but again, it's this lack of any control of mid that is allowing Sen to just rotate so fast.
Yeah. Horn does ping out Grabinho. Those stuck inside that corner. Ara's already gone down, and Zekin tries for a flamboyant slide across mid. At this point, he's feeling himself.
Yeah, just a little bit of confidence. Flickless, unfortunately, peaks into two Sen players who've taken full A main control.
Oh, God!
Spike down A.
Well, Cloud gets onto A. Unfortunately, it's in a body bag, and Narrates slots in 4 to kick off Sentinel's campaign here in Paris.
The Neon Breach. Sentinels are going to be running a bit of the same.
Absolutely their best look. We're getting Westside on that Cypher where he thrives right now on the B anchor. A lot of damage through onto Bang. Going to need some support. Going to need a flood.
I think they know where Westside is right now. And look at this. They've inserted Zekin onto the site. Re-smoked B main. And Cloud diligently is looking to clear this corner very carefully. But Zekin is not looking towards his left at all. Just kind of hedges on the right side. However, Grabinho flattened it A. Run over by Sentinels. Zelsa still holding onto it. Veins starting to emerge on his forehead now. Patience, patience, and release. It's onto the site now. Ara the only player in though, and it's staggering. The spacing of players has really thrown Sen for a loop. The Narrates some sharp shooting. It's just not remotely enough.
Very much so relevant. It's the only map in the pool where Breach actually has above 50% win rate against non-Breach comps. So it makes sense that both teams are playing it here. Yet,
I think Zelsa wants to probably find a fault line opportunity when it comes back available, but Zekin's going to go straight into market anyway. Sees the trip, clears it.
no, he gets killed. Wow. Sen are trying to pivot into some kind of crazy A split right now. It still has this operator not spotted out.
Dangerous there, very dangerous, but Bang goes for a diligent little shoulder peek. Ara, those asking for more, and there's no opportunity to trade it back. Flickless may have fallen. That's a breach util gone, but most of it was already expended to the favor of GX now. We've got 12 seconds left in the round. Sentinel's accelerating here. My goodness. Threatening to break the sound barriers. They hit that A side.
Mid for Celsius to kind of re-flank up top while they're going through main. That was madness.
Ara's set up here. Ends up being what? The trade is the play here from Link. Narrate has his crosshair set already for that emergence out of elbow. And Sen just send it. They got no other choice. John is...
Wow, he went crazy.
Yeah, he's disgusting in some of those moments. First map, much improved on Sunset. They're going to thrust down mid again. They're going for an Ara. Tears that to shreds. Sentinels barely get out of bed before getting clotheslined.
It's on working.
And here's an neural theft for John. Sees all of this at top mid. Second doubled his entire kill total in that round, Wyatt. He had a quiet outing up until this point. John has been making plenty of noise. This timing is going to hurt them though.
Breath for the rounds like this that are going to be thrown at you. It just doesn't even matter.
Dude, the util comes in perfectly for Ara.
This is just what they are best at. Look at how all of that util is placed on the map so perfectly. And it's that fault line that comes from B main.
Positions. Ara in no hurry to push off that. Full trust in the rest of GX to lock this A side of the map down, but it's to where push comes to shove. Zekin gets onto the side behind the box, but the aftershock came through. And Cloud swings for the fences. 2 kills cleaned up. Now Ara decides to get a little active. Catches Zelsis out. Timing certainly works in his favor. And Westside will step in when needed. John can have some confidence pushing into this.
Much faster from Sen. They're going for that 3-prong sight exec splitting from multiple sides.
Now how do they deal with the anchors though? Westside's going to be dug in here, but Narrate steps up with the Guardian. They know, yep, Prowler confirms. Westside in the corner and only gets his one. Stinger goes to work for John. And a Nightfall now to catch the players rotate in. 2 pings at Boba. Tells the whole story for Sentinels.
This is a pace adjustment from Sen that GX were not expecting. Ooh. Crucial win from Gravino.
Ugly stuff with the Stinger, but util in hand for when Narrate steps up to the plate. Game. He'd love now to show some bite with the bark wide. Nice swing. And second down. Narrate steps up and Cloud might just be him right now. Bang is all over the place and Flickless is more than happy to put him out of his misery.
Next. He is going insane on this map.
That is really nice. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. The desk touched on it. By far the most experienced player on GX. 5 years of play and is yet only 21 years old. Flickless has maneuvered his way into the site, ready to throw out some util, but Sen are ahead of it.
Alright, gets the jump on him there. It's going to be a relay bolt. Narrate just stuck to the ground, transfixed. Watches the sword fall. And there's Arna's Fury that Sentinels are waiting on. Spike is heavily within enemy territory, and John has to stand and face the music.
Scramble in their positioning. They have this double setup in elbow. What can Sentinels do? Honestly, what can they do?
Sick. Honestly, the protocols have been incredible, and so many different set plays here for GX that have just kept Sentinels off their balance for the entirety of this attack side.
On this map.
Yeah, it feels like against GX, you have to kind of beat them on an individual basis. And that's been hard to do with all this util slanting engagements in GX's favor. Big stack here of B main set up for Sentinels. That allows for Westside to be extracted early, but there's Cloud standing tall. John at least controls any ingress towards that Boba area. And there's Zekin tucked in his corner. This is a pretty conservative approach here for Sentinels, but they are getting torn apart a little. Narrate lit here by the bolt. At least finds Cloud as he gets around the corner, but he's gone low.
Flickless able to dodge that out.
Now he got into the sights. Spotted out by Flickless though. Get to see what they're made of in the second map of the series.
John has the trip set up for back sight control. We'll see if they try to make their way out at all. Second, I know John does get that catch. He's as well. Sen have all the tools.
Arna's Fury though. Cloud going to try and preempt this now and spots out Bang by the looks of things back towards spawn. John tagged out, has the dodge away. Some damage done. Sentinels are against the clock. Need to get in here. Stinger there for Zelsis. Looks like fault lines avoided by Flickless. He tries to get ahead of the game and so far not too shabby, but Zekin is up on the site and demanding some attention. Brought down by Cloud. And Narrate's got to step up in his absence. Does Bang. Tough job. Someone's going to do it.
Over. GX just 1 round away. They're 4-on-5. Sen have all of the initiator tools to get back in. Full kits used from both of them, and that's still not enough.
It's going to work mid again. Pretty underboard. Sentinels here. Zekin opts to go out. Look for something. Introduced into this series. Okay, TP there from Bang. That gets him set up in Boba nice and early. Johnny's in that corner, and Ara not able to fully clear it. Still suspicious, mind you. But John will have the drop on the site. Cloud with the plant now. Going to be forced out of the cubby by that aftershock, and John's going to have to get active. Another Cybercade set up. He does not want to show himself. I get it, but Ara and Cloud already racking him up, and John eventually falls. Zelsis pees in, gets one, but the rolling thunder will put him to bed. And Sentinels Well, they left the keys in the car. They didn't turn up the sunset, I'll be honest with you. Invisible.
And GX have such a old school way of interpreting this map.
And then decides to get on out, drawing a lot of attention. And now they're going to make the dive here through Garage. West side flattens Zelsis.
Now 2 players from GX are going to face onto Zelsis. He doesn't want to take that duel right now, though. He can just take things easy, slow down.
Coming. That paranoia doesn't hit Narrate, so he can stand and be the first to the action. Not Grabinho on Flickless again, surely not. It's the Polish player alone. Zelsis waits for him to step out into the sun.
Get out, pivot into the C-split through Garage. Drone tags on the west side, and then he's lit up back box. Cool.
Has Zelsis shot?
That's a nice part of having the Sheriff, though, on these pistol rounds, is that you can actually shoot through that default box. Was vacant. Westside wants to get in backside. Will anyone actually be here in time to assist him, though? He wants to break the recon that might come in on that top left side, but it doesn't. It's just a drone, yeah.
Okay, well, they've got presence, though. You'll notice that he's been joined by Grabinho. Plenty of GX players here now. They're going to be lit as they come around the corner. Zekin, no tracks back and then forward. Almost had the better of Ara. But the guy is a little too quick with it. West side, backside, caught out.
Kind of played to their advantage. They get a lot of clean fights. At the end there, Cloud even caught by Narrate. Birded for Sen.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, it's this late recon comes through. And GX, they really, feels like they kind of try to overfight there, you know, with that double swing coming back default, and it sends patience getting into the site. I think this is some really good calling from John. This B site is pretty open. Cloud wants to get in there.
Dangerous though. Yeah. Knew there'd be some utility to draw out, but Cloud overextends onto the side. It was ultimately a fake for Sen. Something that's been in their wheelhouse a lot in the past. GX though, convinced that was for real, and they get punished for it.
Wow. They have just been baited into all of these angles. Aura is absolutely going to be saving this off. Util on C that drew all the rotates on the bonus round that they converted.
Oh,
wow,
no
he's even going to
way.
catch this kill on baited out. They collect the kills, pivot to C where they've left. Zelsis inserted deep. This was a really excellent round from Sen.
And obviously a decent time to make the fake plant play on B happen.
Down if he can get an orb somewhere. This time, Sen, they want to go very fast towards A. Teleport cross from Bang, but he's caught. He's stunned. I do like to see that, but this is a good response from Sen. They have gone so quickly towards the C side. Can GX flood in to support West side now?
West side Tux gets the perfect drop, and Zekin is lit inside that cage. Too easy for the Cypher, and finally West side gets himself onto the board kill-wise. John, not the timing would have hoped for, I suspect. And now Narrate, unsuccessful in trying to crack the remainder of this C-side open. Finally, opted for the rifle. The GX haven't really needed to play the passive line hold game. They want to brawl and do it again.
Yeah, they want to fight for this A lobby. Very hard. Grabinho gets the first. He gets the second even.
This is where that came from. Zelsis was cut down in the corner there, and Bang is revealed, able to take 2. That's all he's going to get. To keep it simple. Not surging out in that long direction. Has to make a correction here for Cloud, and he's in mid-air.
5 also the number of ults that Sentinels have coming into this next 5. But hell, they've had a lot of them for a while. They haven't even had a chance to use them because GX are just sending it on them.
You see Bang is trying to find a way to play in response to
C-side of Spawn, fault line, relay bolt, Aura running it down, and John is just stuffed into that corner on account of the util.
Needs to stay alive for this lockdown to be a factor in this round. But he has to know Westside is playing close. Wins it out. That is an important correction. A flick to the head. That downs the enemy Cypher. Now does A-side starting to crumble. Crack for Grabinho. That is going to put GX to the shot in this round. A real one now as Ara gets close, wants to challenge it. Bang, cannot keep up. It's too pacey. Headshot, no dink onto Ara. Doesn't slow him down for a second. Second has to stick this, no choice.
Caught by the trip, doesn't matter. Going to get the spike down. Now how do Sentinels position themselves here? Lockdown thrown on default. Someone could be positioned in Garage right now, surely.
They're not checking for it. No one's... Okay, Westside is watching it. Will see the barrel? Yes, wins it out. That leaves second now. Oh, God, you hate to be in this spot. Has to play long in the post plant. Tough to really spam this down. Grabinho on spike, and Zekin's not 100% sure exactly where he is. He's going to have to spray through, and he gets there! What a crucial round!
Well, GX have just picked the absolute perfect moment to get in, exactly as Sen give it up.
Sen having to play the retake after making the right call on the side. It's not too bad. Ara with the stopping power, a back truck. Deals with Zekin at least, but Zelsis is there. Narrate here from up on high. Judging the peasants, he will drop down onto the box, but makes some noise. He gets a bit of damage on Flickless, but not enough to write home about. And it's John v Grabinho. 32 points of health left for the Moroccan mastermind. He needs to step up. He sees the shoulder of the Omen, but Grabinho doesn't give him enough to work with.
SEN were staying on A, they were staying on A, they were staying on A, and after enough noise cut, had to be concerned about that B side. The moment they leave, it's taken by GX. Flickless posts up in hell with that standard breach util in the 3 versus 5. What can GX do realistically? Smoke for main.
Narek takes a hit for that, tries to get him through the wall, but Flickless finds Zekin on the other side, getting in from the garage side of the map, and Zelsis will be slowed up to that effect as well, caught in the fault line. But John says no more breach util, no more breach in fact. Down Flickless, puts SEN into the player advantage, but now they're going to deal with this setup from Cloud, and bang! Was the only player not set up to deal with that. Defused goes Zelsis, living dangerously and punished!
SEN with better weapons coming into this. I mean, ambitious little spam from there. Flickless is just open holding the angle. Zekin peeks out. Zelsis wasn't ready to be there for a trade. Little miscommunication.
The Viper Wall's not in play.
Changed. Cloud, if he can get this orb, is going to have the Hunter's Fury. So GX, they want to get that C-long controls.
Yeah, now
Oh, no.
John has to watch it. Giving it to him. Okay. Ara says, well, that's maybe a little bit more than I expected.
Where GX are intending on going.
Westside knows he's going to get some action because the alarm bot is now no longer effective inside Garage. Zekin's got to take it up himself.
Lurk through Garage. Flickless might even be a second player. Maybe Westside goes first, takes contact.
The timing here is beautiful. Westside so patient, so calculated. Emerges just as John had his back turned.
This time, it was working into C-long, posting up Aura. You hate to re-clear a guy with a judge. That is miserable. But then from there, it's GX running their Omen, their breach over towards A long. They use the stun, they use the paranoia, they're drawing all that attention.
Full retake for Sentinels with Overdrive and a Phantom.
It's out for GX, but right now they have to win this 5-on-5 retake. They have the better weapons to do it.
So far, Westside's able to get clear of that paranoia, but Flickless was impacted. Here's the push backside. Ara, just the player you want to stem the flow of Sentinels players, and they get absolutely bloody trounced.
Opportunities on this map to make anything happen with it.
Not this half, yeah.
Now he's played a trifecta of Neon games. His first one on Corrode was the best. The angle.
Gonna get a lot of action, and there's Ara once again, steps up.
A bit too much action than he hoped for. Bang is committing to the backside anchor.
Pinked out, no, he's there, he's cut down so easily, it's on second again. For John and Zelsis to put it together.
Westside on the lurk, isolates John.
But now we have an answer. At least for now.
Up against a GX team that finished 7th, 8th in kickoff, 9th, 10th stage 1. They bring in Aura, they bring in Flickless, and they just won their first game at Champions.
And it just turns out the Giant X of the Goliath in this parable